I start seeing it?
Yeah, so you see a big ol' like golden eagle idol thing.
Do I sense magic from it?
Right, if you're doing detect magic. Yes, you definitely do.
Do I get that little? Do I get the reduced thing off of me now since we had a short rest? Reduced strength.
Yes, yeah, you do. Yeah.
But your bardic inspiration is gone, which means it was wasted.
Yeah, you sense magic. I'm trying to think of what it would be. It's enchantment magic and evocation magic coming from the big ol' idol. You also sense some necrotic energy coming from next to the idol. Or no, inside the idol. All three of those are mixing together.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you see necromantic energy, enchantment energy, and evocation energy.
I'll make a perception check just to kind of see if there's anything else in the room.
Sure.
What are those black lines?
So those are like ledges. So it's basically like the stone kind of just like reaches up, and there's it's like a 5-foot drop.
A 5-foot drop? Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're like ledges on the side of the wall. And they're kind of like uneven, as you can see. It's not straight lines.
Is the idol moving at all?
Nope.
Nor
It's
do we want
literally
it
like
to.
a big old like statue made out of gold.
How close would I have to get to make an investigation check on it?
Not like super close. You won't have to like
Like,
touch it.
Like, would right there be
That's
close
fine.
now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with the 15, you definitely sense that there's some sort of magical something that's gonna happen if you like touch it.
So don't touch it.
Okay, I let everybody know, especially Darius.
Okay.
Can I do one as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
Whoa.
Whoa, holy crap. Yeah, so, you definitely know, not only is there, like, gonna be magic if you touch this thing, but there's also definitely, I'm trying to think of how to say this. The idol is definitely hollow inside, and you can definitely open it up.
Ooh.
Oh, I so want to touch it.
I have 2 words for you. Do it.
I start just like moving out to this new path out of the room because I just don't want to be a part of.
Okay, I get my longbow ready, and I tell Darius to go touch it.
Ani, what do you think? What in the bloomin' blazes do you think you're doing?
I
Okay.
have my crossbow out as well.
So
I'm
you
gonna
you
start
just go
backing
touch it,
up.
Darius?
I don't just go touch it. I like grab onto the wing and just kind of hold on to it for a second.
All right, make a DC 14 Wisdom save.
You realize I don't know if we have any healing spells left.
I'm tapped out of spells.
So am I.
You said a
Then you
wisdom
just
save?
take
Yep.
a short rest. Don't you get some of your spells back?
Nope.
No.
Not in a
long
short
rest.
rest, no. Yeah,
He
you
did it.
succeed. Yes, you definitely feel like a wave of like something. You like get shocked a little bit, and you're like, whoa, holy crap! But you manage to like fight it off. But you definitely hear a voice in Toity. I think your comprehend language is still just. Oh no, it's not because you took a short rest. Yeah. So you just hear gibberish. In a haunting voice, you just hear like words said like this. They seem ominous. Coming from the statue, and then you hear Casper repeat it back in their girl voice.
I just like fold my arms and look at him and say, "No, you.
No, you.
No, you."
Do you keep
Darius,
holding
please
on to the idol?
No, I let go. I let
You
go
let go?
of it.
All right.
No, I said I fold my arms and I just stare at it and shake my head.
Yeah, you
No,
hear
you.
you hear more words like this, and then it stops.
I'm like, do you understand it, Darius?
No, but I understand that it is insulting me.
I'm like, okay, Darius, does it feel hard? Like, what does it feel like?
It feels like a giant metal thing that shocked me.
So it doesn't
don't
feel
like
like
it.
electricity necessarily, but like it's like a mental shock, right?
It shocked my mind. I don't like it.
Well, it doesn't sound like something too hard to do.
Exactly.
Suddenly, I find myself wanting this gold statue.
Mm-hmm. So this is the thing. You're not going to be able to like take the gold statue probably, unless you like rip it out of it, because it's like kind of like built into the ground. It's like this, like big old statue. But again, it definitely has a hollow inside, and there's probably important things inside.
I tell Darius to hit it with his axe.
Ari, what has come over you?
Darius, do you do it?
It's made of metal, right?
Yeah, it's made of gold. Yeah.
Okay. Could I? You said that sword is made of obsidian, or it has obsidian around.
But it's
Obsidian
also
does
magical.
break gold.
I'm just debating whether or not, like, my only fear is if I hit it with my sword, is that it would break the
No,
sword.
I promise you it will not. Like, yeah,
Okay.
magic items are built in such a way that they won't just break.
Okay,
Like that. Yeah.
I take out my brand new magic shiny sword, and I go, "It's bad. The boys will detest." And I raise it up.
No!
All right.
Darius, no!
Make an attack on the on the statue.
Darius, no! Oh, we're gonna die. Oh.
I mean, so you don't like obviously miss it. You actually do hit it, but it just kind of like glances off. Make the wisdom save again. DC 14.
Oh no.
All right. So you're gonna take some damage here.
Wait, even though he didn't touch it, it was his sword that touched it. He
Mhm.
still gets damage?
Yep.
Hi.
Because someone was
All right,
green.
that was a pretty low roll. You take 5 damage. And you become confused for 1d4 rounds.
Do I roll 1d4?
So 3. Yeah, so 3 rounds. You're gonna be and this is the point where everybody just should roll initiative because other things are gonna happen here.
Oy vey.
Sorry, guys. I just like to mix it up all the time.
Hey, I gotta get experience and level up somehow.
Oh, great.
Oh, wait, no. I shouldn't have been clicking
Oh,
on the
okay.
statue. The statue does not have an initiative. The statue's not gonna come alive and attack you guys.
It's not
No,
it's not a bird that's gonna.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure it wants to attack us and kill us.
I'm pretty sure Darius is the one that's coming to attack us, but I don't know.
Okay. So let me double check what confused does again.
So basically, nothing happens, right?
I mean, so you hit this thing, right? And then, yeah, it glances off, and you don't like damage the idol at all. But yeah, like you feel like the mental shock just wash over you again. You like reel back from it, and yeah, you just become extremely confused.
I mean, nothing changes about me. Is what I'm saying.
Fair.
I'm not finding confused.
Oh, here you go. Confusion. All right. So an affected target can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of each of his turns to determine its behavior for the turn. And there's a little table here. So when you get to your turn, we'll roll on a d10 and see what you do. So
Which he's first, right?
yes, you are first. So go ahead and roll a d10, and I will
So
tell
wait,
you.
what are
happens.
we attacking?
So on its turn. Oh well, yeah. I mean, I guess I'll.
So I roll a.
Yeah, I mean, on it, and until it's its turn, it's not going to appear, and so you probably won't do anything unless you like you'll just see Darius doing something. So go ahead and roll a d10, and we'll see what you do.
Oh.
All right, the creature does not move or take actions this turn, so you just like stand there like completely like shocked, like what just happened.
So we don't notice anything.
Yeah, you just don't. Yeah, sure. And then yeah, like it's Raya, it's your turn. Do you want to do anything? Like you don't see anything necessarily
Nope,
happening.
I'm just standing there. I already had my crossbow out, ready to shoot at this statue.
Okay, so you're
If
readying your
anything went
action
down.
to do that, right?
Yeah, because
Okay,
I had
sure.
already had that ready.
Sure. All right, Ari, do you want to do the same?
Oh,
You
yeah.
want to ready your action to shoot if something
Yep.
like appears? Yeah. Okay.
My longbow is already ready for
Yeah.
that. So.
Toity. What
I
about
am
you?
going to go into the corner, face this direction, and just hope nothing comes out of there because I have no range. Because I don't think I can prepare vicious mockery, can I?
No, you can
Yeah,
ready an
ready
action
to
to
it.
do anything. Yeah.
I can ready an action to make fun of whatever comes out of that thing.
Sure. Yeah.
So what you're doing is you're starting to form the insulting.
Yeah, you're like figuring it out in your mind. Yeah, and definitely. Okay, so this comes out of the
Oh, goody.
So now can we all attack it because we were readying?
Yes, exactly. And so I'm gonna just put it.
Oh, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it's just in range. Awesome.
So yeah, you see this like purple like specter just like like jump out of the idol, and all of your readied actions occur. So Raya, just go ahead and do yours first because you're first in the initiative order, so you just attack it.
Nope.
Yeah, you definitely miss. So you just like, oh my gosh, and you just shoot a crossbow bolt, just pings against the wall.
I was not expecting something to pop out. I was just expecting it to come to life.
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
surprised me.
All right, Ari, go ahead and roll your attack. Oh gosh!
Yeah.
All right, you crit in this longbow. You're like, yeah, I'm ready for this sucker. Holy crap.
Oh my gosh.
Is it dead?
No.
I just kill it in one
So you
shot.
got 16. Yeah, it's definitely not dead. But yeah,
That'd
you
been
definitely like so the arrow like goes through its like forehead. It's like shimmering forehead and just goes and like kind of like shakes its head like not expecting that.
I just imagine like, wow, oogie boogie. Ah,
Yeah, exactly right. He's like, I'm gonna scare y'all, and then he just gets an arrow in the head. All right, do your vicious mockery, Toity.
I was like, oh, not so tough, apparently. Oh, yeah, that didn't do much.
Is that just your thing? Not so tough now.
I can't think of anything. It's
No,
like
it's
10
okay.
o'clock. I'm tired.
So he's 13. So it failed. So it's
So
gonna
it
take.
failed. So it was a bad joke. It was bad, but it was also bad.
It was bad, but it was also bad.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I've heard this so many times.
And now it's the Spectre's turn. And it's gonna start like yelling incoherently. Once there we go. Damage wasn't working. Yeah, and it's gonna attack Darius.
fortunate, it's lower than the
So it has advantage because you're just standing there completely confused. Nope, that's the wrong attack. Ignore that. That was the shadow.
I killed you already. Go away.
All right.
Oh,
So that hits you.
Oh man.
Poor Darius, you just drained. Yeah, so basically,
I am
so what it does
literally-
is it does Dementor style, right? It starts sucking your life out of your breath, right? Like so your mouth just starts like distending and like it's like coming to it's just like sucking life energy out of you. So it's gonna do. Wow, that was a really bad roll. It does 6 damage. 6 necrotic damage to you, and make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Please make it.
Constitution?
Oh,
All right,
my
so you
God.
succeeded. Yep. So you're just standing there like, whoa, whoa. Darius, it's your turn. Roll into the D10, and we'll see what you do. 4. Same. The creature does not move or take actions this turn, so you just keep standing there like dumbfounded.
Oh jeez.
Raya, it's your turn.
Gonna try and shoot it again.
There you go.
Holy
I
crap!
think I hit that time.
Yeah, I think you do.
Woo!
Cool. Yeah, so it's just like these bolts just kind of like going through it, and starting to like, you can definitely tell you're doing damage to it, right? So it kind of dissipates in the same way that the shadow did. It starts kind of like bleeding away. Ari, it's your turn.
All right, so time for some spells to be done. So I'm gonna cast Hail of Thorns.
Nice.
Um,
Ooh, the next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, this spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from your ranged weapon or ammunition. In addition to the normal effect of the attack, the target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw.
And each
Interesting.
creature.
So that means Darius has to make the save too.
oh well.
Sorry,
It's my
Darius.
first time using it, so
No, yeah,
I have
it's
no
totally
idea.
fine. So what does this look like when you
Um,
cast the spell? It's just verbal components, it looks like. So yeah, like what does it look like when you're like saying the magic words to make this spell happen?
I don't know. I think I would just say something simple.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. Yeah, I kind of say magic. I don't know. You know, so
That's
I'll
literally
say, like,
perfect for Ari. Yeah, absolutely.
you know, and then
Yeah.
I'll shoot it.
Oh yeah, you definitely hit. Ooh,
And then
goodness gracious. Yeah, so I'll make a dexterity saving throw. What's your casting DC? I should say somewhere
oh
on your
gosh,
sheet. On your spell section, probably.
I have no idea. Let me see. It says it's my spell save DC is 12.
All right, so it failed. So it takes another D10. Darius, make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
What's the
A dexterity saving advantage. A dexterity saving throw
At disadvantage, yeah.
Advantage because he's confused.
Disadvantage because he's confused, yeah. Yeah, so you fail too, so you're gonna each. So go ahead and roll
He's gonna be passed
a D10, Alyssa,
So
and
should I roll 2 D10s or two
then just
separate
one
ones, or
D10. We'll apply the damage to both.
Okay.
Yep. So you each take 3 damage. So it's what is it?
That's
Piercing
good.
damage. Okay.
Wait, are you passed out?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So Darius, you just like pass out. So a hail of what does it look like when the hail of thorns like appears out of nowhere?
So like at the point of impact, thorns just like encapsulate the thing.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So just like shell of thorns. Yeah, and it's like struggling, like raging against it. And it's like some of the thorns like go into Darius, and he just like passes out. Toity,
Not
it's you.
confused anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
I was not gonna say, like, if you wanted to suck the life from someone, you could have picked a better target. Someone who actually has one.
Wow.
Was that against
That was against
Becky
Darius.
Sorry.
He doesn't know.
Oh goodness.
Like,
All right.
This is my first time casting it, so I didn't
think
know.
I
It
have-
again.
No,
I
yeah,
think I have an
that's totally cool.
alternative name for this campaign.
But
It's like the sitcom comedy version. I call it Everybody Hates Darius.
Yeah, everybody hates Darius. Yeah, so you seem to do damage to it, Toity. It's definitely like really damaged now. Like it's just almost incorporeal again. I mean, still incorporeal, but like completely like faded away. It seems to be like, just like raging and thrashing, like it's very angry about this. And it's its turn again. Let me see what it.
And then it possesses Darius's body.
So it is. Oh goodness. It's going to.
commit seppuku.
No, it's gonna walk through the wall. It's gonna like look around, just like shout something, and then just.
Wait, is that a disengage? Can I attack it?
Yeah.
You're not-
I mean, you're not even in range. Not in within its reach or within reach. So yeah, it just steps into the wall, and it's gone.
Okay. I
Still an
I
initiative.
run right over to Darius and I give him a potion.
So yeah, well, it's still going on initiative. Because I think.
Oh, okay.
Well, and actually, no. Go ahead. Just go ahead and do your thing. Yeah, go ahead and do a medicine check.
Well, I thought.
I just wanted to give him a potion.
Oh, just give him a potion. Okay, yeah, do it.
Should I roll? Oh, never mind. That'll work.
Let's see. Where's my potions?
Yeah, you know how much that heals.
I thought I have a potion written down in my notebook, but not in my character sheet for some reason.
I'm pretty sure it's just a potion of healing. Correct.
Did you use the potion already?
I don't think so.
No, nobody's used a potion yet.
I thought we had used a potion. Didn't Darius use a potion? Or was he going to use a
I think
potion?
he
He was going
going
to, but it was
to.
on the ground.
I thought it was like in his satchel and couldn't use it without using its action or something.
It was on the ground because the tree was trying to steal it.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so it heals 2d4 plus 2. So here, I just rolled it.
No,
So
not bad.
okay, regardless, I give him
Yeah,
potion.
just
I don't have it anymore.
shove it down his throat and heals him back for 7. And I think what happens is you hear from the wall, you hear Casper say,
Casper.
yeah, you hear Casper say, okay, so what's something you guys have said during the course of it, like, I'm trying to think of, like, something you guys said during the course of this, like, of it's following you, along the lines of, like, I got it, or something like that. I'm trying to remember.
It doesn't help that half of this was last week.
I mean, he wasn't, it didn't appear until, this
This
session.
session.
I
Oh,
think
you mean this is...
No. Okay, so what it does, you hear from the wall, row, row, row your boat
Oh my
gently
god.
down the stream, and then you hear, no, like the other thing screaming incoherently, and then you hear, merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream, and then you hear and you see this the same specter just like poof, bleed out of the wall and just like explode into nothingness.
That is not good.
I just like sit up a little bit and like kind of get my bearings, and I go, "That's my girl."
And then, appearing in front of you, is a glowing orb of light.
Oh, please be friendly.
I would assume since it just killed our enemy, it would probably
Hopefully
be.
so.
Yeah, so it just pops out in front of the idol, and you hear it say, you just hear it repeat Darius just said, "That's my girl," and it like glows faintly as it like says this.
So we just see a light now, like
Yeah,
there's no
it's just a
figure
ball of
to
light.
it.
Yeah, it just looks like this. It's just a glowing ball of light.
Got it. Can I make like an insight check or something
On
to
the
like
ball
see
of
if it's
light.
Yeah,
friendly or not?
yeah, sure.
Oh nope.
You are sure that it's going to attack you.
Oh
Can
no.
I make?
So I like. I don't know. I like. So I'm like without a doubt sure it's gonna attack.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're totally on edge right now.
Okay, I shoot it with my longbow.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah.
can
I figured you might.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't hit it. Probably.
Yeah, so you just like, "Wah!" and just like shoot it and pings against the wall. And then yeah, you hear Casper say, "Why?"
Oh.
And that's the first time that it said something that's not a mimicry of something.
Oh my
I
gosh.
like sit up, and I would like to, I just like reach out my hand towards it.
Okay, yeah. So it bobs towards you.
If it like I kind of put my hand on the light and kind of almost pet it, but like just kind of.
So you pull your hand back just in time to not be like shocked, but you see a little like spark of electricity like come off of it, And it doesn't seem like it was trying to attack you, but it was like you literally touched it, and that's what happens when you touch it.
I thought Darius was about to get his own animal companion.
That would be awesome.
So Raya, your detect magic is still active. This is definitely necrotic energy. Like it's an undead something.
I mean, would I be able to insight check it?
Make
or...
an arcana check.
Oh.
Yeah. So you know exactly what this is. This is a will-o-wisp. I'm trying to think of what like lore of this would be in this world. Actually, you know what, Raya? You tell me. What are will-o-wisps like? You can just make this up.
I don't know anything about will-o-wisps.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. I can tell you. So I'll tell you just a little bit about like what they can do. So,
okay.
It's like floating ball of energy, right? It's a tiny undead. It flies. It can consume life. As a bonus action, this will-o-wisp can target one creature can see within 5 feet that had 0 hit points, and is still alive. The target must make it succeed on a DC 10 Constitution saving throw against this magic or die. So it like consumes life. It can move through things. It can turn invisible at will, and it shocks people with electricity. But apparently, in this world, will-o-wisps don't have to be evil. So, what can you tell us about will-o-wisps?
Well, I would think that from whatever religion history knowledge that I have from my tutors growing up, I would have never heard of a good will-o-wisp. It's more of warning stories like the undead and the ghouls and all of that kind of stuff. So I would have heard about will-o-wisps as these creatures that look very nice but are very deceiving.
Oh,
and,
yeah, for sure.
Just like they look like they're these cute little balls of light, and that's when they come close to you and literally just like suck the life out of you and you die. So seeing that, can I try and shoot it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nope.
Yeah, he just made, she's like, yeah, and so the will-o-wisp turns to you, and says again, why? Why, Raya? Why?
I'm gonna be taken aback by that. I'm gonna kind of move forward, and I'm gonna say, oh wait, I'm wrong tool. Like, sorry there. What may we call you?
Don't go near it. It will suck the life out of you. It's a will-o-wisp.
Will-o-wisp? Kind of like a question, almost.
Yeah, that's what you are.
I am
Friend,
will-o-wisp.
Friend, we call you Willow.
Forgive us.
Stop trying to name it and kill it before it kills us.
I was saying, forgive us there for attacking you. It's just that we're a bit on edge, and
at what point can I try and shoot it again?
Go ahead and shoot it again.
Okay. Nope.
See, that's the thing. If you guys keep missing, like, it's not gonna be bothered, right? Because like, just like, yeah, it's fine, whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to like say, Raya, stop it! It's not attacking us. If it wanted us dead, it'd have done it by now. It's been following us.
Have you heard of this creature before?
You know what? No, but it.
I mean, you can make an Arcana check.
Actually, that's a good point. Actually, make an Arcana check because I might have heard about one in a story. Have I?
Yes, you have. So will-o-wisps are a part of the Irish folklore. I don't know if they are in real life. I'm just like saying it in this world. Like, they are. I mean, they're a thing that appears in like bogs. And often, you've probably heard a story or two of a will-o-wisp, like leading travelers to their doom in the bog, right? Like deceiving them and leading them to their doom in the bog.
I was just, you know what? I actually have. And to be honest, if this thing wanted us dead, it'd have done it a long time ago when it had the chance.
Can I roll insight to know whether
I'm holding my bow, like shaking, like saying, it could still want to kill us.
Here's the thing. We have had how many times has someone passed out tonight? 3 times?
I think it's almost always been Darius.
No, I did once earlier.
Oh right,
So
yeah.
Darius
So
had
you once and then Darius twice.
We've had people near death 3 times tonight. If it had wanted us dead, it could have done it earlier.
Yeah, and so Raya, that is a thing you know, right? Like it's most dangerous when someone is unconscious and like in the process of dying. And if this will-o-wisp wanted to, it could have popped out of the wall because he was following you the whole time. It could have popped out of the wall and sucked Darius's life out of him, right? Like, and then he would be dead, like dead.
If that thing wanted Darius dead, he would be dead twice by now.
You can make an insight
Because
check
it
if you want to,
doesn't
Darius. I know you were thinking of doing that. So
expected.
I think you're starting to get doubts, Darius. You're hearing what Raya's saying, and you're like, oh, wait a second. What if this is dangerous? And you can still act on whatever, whatever
I start talking to... I want to talk to it and say, why have you been following us?
Why have you been following us?
I turn to Ari and say, even I could have seen that one coming.
Ooh, roll for vicious mockery.
From my stories, would I know why it's repeating after us instead of talking like it was a little bit ago?
I think Raya would have a better idea of that. I think that's basically all you know, right? Like they deceive travelers and that to drown in the bog, and then suck the life out of them. Raya, you've heard a little bit more in-depth stories, and from your understanding, will-o-wisps know the languages that it knew in life. After it, like basically, I don't remember exactly. Actually, you tell me, how do will-o-wisps get formed? Because they're undead, right? So who dies to make will-o-wisps a thing?
I would think someone who was killed by will-o-wisp then becomes one.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's like lost in the shadows of time, like how will-o-wisps came to be, but like when you get killed by a will-o-wisp, you become one.
You become one.
Sure. Right. So you know that, and you know that like any language that it knew in life, it should know. You have not heard of a will-o-wisp mimicking someone like this. You know they are sentient and they can speak. But yeah, it seems a little odd.
Is it just playing with us?
I just don't think we can trust it just because it didn't take the chance before doesn't mean that it's gonna leave us alone and not try and kill us.
Well, here's the thing.
It pulses and seems to be looking in your direction. Like you can't know that, but like it seems to be looking in your direction, and it says trust.
I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Intermission.
Oh, so it says trust to me.
Yeah, and it's really ambiguous what it means by that.
And I reply by trying to shoot it again. Nope.
God, dead. Why?
He's like keep reloading your crossbow, just firing. Yeah, and I think it looks at you and it says, "Don't want. Go away."
Oh, that's so sad.
No following.
I turn to her and say, "Stop it! You're scaring it!"
And it starts to like float towards the wall. Kind of like, and it's light, so its light kind of like dims down to like just the barest of light.
What'd I miss?
Raya
I
shot
tried
it,
to shoot it again.
and it got sad, and it's like, should I just go away?
Can we tell that it got sad?
Yes.
Yes.
Its light goes down to like almost nothing.
Uh-oh.
And so you can see, as its light kind of gets dimmer, you can see a little sigil kind of like in the center of it. And Raya, that is not a thing that you have ever heard of for will-o-wisps.
Does it match can I see the sigil that's inside of it very well? Or can I move up to try and see it better?
Yeah, you can move up to try to see it better.
Let's see.
If you want to make an Arcana check, you might be able to.
Yeah.
figure out.
I just kind of want to see if it matches that one that I saw on the wall from a while back.
It does, yeah. It is basically the sigil that means death is the road to awe.
Wait.
Ooh.
Did you tell me that? Well, you would have known that. We saw
Right,
that
so
earlier.
it's like this faint glowing like symbol like in the center of the ball of light.
Wait. So is it the same writing or is it a symbol?
It's the same writing. So I think the writing on the wall that you saw was like, yeah, a little bit more of like a hieroglyphic sort of thing, right? Like one symbol rather than like a sentence written out.
So would I recognize it since I knew what it meant earlier?
Yep.
Okay, so I would see that like death is the what? Death is the path.
Death is the road
road
to awe.
Death is the road. I'm gonna walk up to it and saying, "Death is the road to awe."
And its light like flares up and it says, "Death is the road to awe."
Can you tell us what that means, little one?
Can you tell us what that means, little one?
Apparently not.
Get it? Because you're little too, huh?
I was going to say it's appropriate.
And it seems to like pulse, and you almost think it's laughing. Like you think that might have been an intentional joke on its part.
Can I roll perception? I'll
Insight,
stick
but-
with insight just to see how
sure.
well I can check. Because I have a feeling it was, but nope. I'm
Yeah,
not
you're
sure.
confused.
I'm like that seems like a joke, but at the same point, has been repeating us a lot tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna think of it again. Why is death the road to awe?
Why is death the road to awe? And then it says, Shabalba. You don't know what the heck that means.
I'm pretty sure it's a character from Star Wars Episode 1.
No, that's Savalva.
I know, but I want to.
Shebalba. Shebalba. If you want to write it down, it's Xibalba.
Wait, sorry, say it again.
Xibalba. So Shebalba.
Bulba.
And like just pulses softly. Go away, or death is the road to awe. Which road?
Little one, do you know these caves? Do you know this place?
Do you know these caves? Do you know this place?
So
I asked you first.
I asked you first.
So it said.
Well, I asked
So
you
it
first.
so I like turned to that and I'm like, it's basically asking us like if it wants us to leave it alone or if it wants to kill all of us and make it a wisp.
I have a feeling it's the same. We would like to go.
Willow, we follow you.
You follow me through the wall.
Yes.
And then instead it just like bobs and then just like goes into the wall.
As it goes through the wall, I like try to follow it, and I walk straight into the wall.
Yeah, you just like boom, jump into the wall. And then it like comes like right in front of your face, right? It's like no road here.
I forgot that you have to walk through the walls.
I say Shibalba and see if it does anything.
It like flares up and it's like Shabalba, Shabalba.
Lord.
Happening.
Is anybody else confused?
Would I know with my knowledge of will-o-wisps how like strong they are, like how to kill them?
Here, yeah.
Well, first you gotta hit.
So, it doesn't have any weaknesses. But it's immune to lightning and poison, so you don't want to use that. And it has resistance to acid, cold, fire, necrotic, thunder, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. So, Darius's magical weapon work fine. That would probably be the best
That's-
attack you'd have on it.
Not gonna get Darius to attack his new friend.
Jeez.
But yeah, there's definitely, you're starting to think that there are definitely some inconsistencies here, that it might not be exactly the same kind of will-o-wisp that you're used to.
Friends, what else in this world has a sigil? Royalty.
Queen Casper! Royalty?
Maybe.
I ask it, who is Shiboba?
No who? What?
What is Shibolba?
And then she says
And have
something.
you had?
She says something in a language that you don't recognize, and then she says Shibolba somewhere in that sentence.
I'm out of spell slots.
Do I don't remember where that sigil was that I found.
Oh, in the water cave?
Oh yeah. It was
It's
like
not the same. It's definitely not the same.
okay, so it's not the same.
No, it's the sigil that means death is the road to all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would have told you if it was the same thing, like that it meant death is the road to all when you saw it the first time. So
Maybe we go continue through the cave and see what happens.
just like kind of like just like leave it alone.
Point,
Well,
I'm kind of over it.
should we see what's in the statue first?
Yeah, you could try that.
Well, the wisp is kind of in the way.
Well,
Do
let's
you
walk away and see what happens.
Willow, do you know what is with this statue?
And she says, I'm confused.
Yeah, so are we. Okay, let's just go.
I mean, it might be the time to like long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like going much farther in this condition is
We're
probably
long
not.
resting with this life sucker in our room.
Take shifts.
Hey,
Yeah,
in
I
all
mean, you could,
fairness,
right?
the life sucker sucked the life out of the thing that killed me. So I'm not exactly opposed to it chilling with us for a little while. And come on, it sings "Row, row, row your boat." You can't get much better than that.
Yeah, so it just kind of floats. Kind of just like floats over here. It's kind of like just following Darius at this point, I feel.
Like I said, now he has a pet.
And since it's following Darius, I want to try and look in the statue before we long rest.
Sure, okay.
Is there like an opening or something?
Yeah,
that I see?
yeah, I think so. Like, right, you see a little like, kind of like trapdoor sort of thing on like its stomach. So make a DC 14 wisdom save.
Excellent. Ooh. Nope.
All right, so you take 2d10 damage.
That's
and
fine. We're
you're
about to long rest.
Confused for 1d4 rounds.
Okay.
So you take 12 damage,
Okay.
and you're confused for 1 round. Go ahead and roll a d10, and we'll see
Back up as she's
what you
touching
do.
that thing.
8.
The creature uses its action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach. If there's no
That's why
creature
I
within its
moved
reach,
away.
there's no creature within your reach, so you just do nothing. So you get this
Okay.
urge to like attack something, but then there's no one around you, like in your immediate vicinity, and then the confusion fades.
So then, is the door on its stomach open now?
Yep.
Did I see what was inside?
Yeah. So you look in and you see a bunch of gemstones.
Okay, I would like to take all the gemstones.
Oh, so you're fine with it if it's not in a grave.
Yeah.
When it tries to kill you, yeah, okay, let's take the stones.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make a dexterity check to see how
Oh, this is
carefully
not
you can
good.
like take these out without like touching the statue again.
To be fair, the thing did try to, the zombie did try to kill us.
Nope.
So I think what happens, right, is like you maybe like touch it again, like just barely like take your hand back in time, and you're kind of like thinking through how to like do this, and Willow comes over and goes inside the statue, just like and goes incorporeal, and then like becomes corporeal. He's like pushes like ejects all the gems out of the middle of the statue.
Okay. So I take all the gems and I look back at Willow and say, trust?
Trust.
Okay, me and Willow are kind of cool now.
So you got a carnelian. I apparently that's a gem. Worth 50 gold. You get a chrysoprase worth the 50 gold. There's weird gems. You get a citrine worth 50 gold. Get an onyx worth 50 gold. Actually, all of these are worth 50 gold.
Okay.
You get 2 quartz gems worth 50 gold. And 2 star rose quartz that are also worth the same.
So how many gems was that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's also a scattering of coins. There's 80 gold.
That's 130 gold total.
So I give 20 gold to everybody.
Cool. Yeah. So you guys take a long rest then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. I'll give you all your experience points, and then we'll kind of like tally that up, and then call it there.
Finally be a level 2.
So let's see. So what did you do? You fought the ghoul.
Got the crown,
Here, let me
town,
just.
and Mr. Krabs.
So you got ghoul, the sea hag, the shadow.
Okay, I think only Toy and I get experience for the sea hag. I killed it, he talked to it.
Well, you guys were kind of in the way.
I couldn't exactly move.
Yeah, I think I'll give XP for everyone just for like dealing with this situation of it, because you didn't really kill it, like fight it in combat, right? Like, but
Right.
He kind of it was shooting a fish in a barrel. A sea hag and an enchantment.
And then let's see. So let's see, I'm gonna give you, so 3 people level 2, 1 person level 1. So the total XP, let me add this up and then divide it. You get 1150. So you 288 XP for everybody.
Sweet.
Wait, how much?
288 XP.
Okay.
Do you level up, Darius?
He should.
Yeah. I was about to say, I think 300 XP is the level up point for level 1.
Yeah, I think 900 is for to level
900
up.
is level 2.
Yeah.
From level 3. Okay.
So,
I'm so close to level 2 spells.
Yeah, so you just rest in this room, and Willow just kind of like bobs around, inspects things, mimics you guys if you talk. He's just kind of chill.
Okay. Before we go to bed, I want to cast Speak with Animal.
Sure.
Talk to Buck.
Mm-hmm.
See how check in on him, see how he's doing.
Yeah, he's just been sleeping most of this time. So Hey,
I want to see what Buck thinks about the wisp.
yeah, sure. Yeah, so I mean, what do you say to Buck? So you just cast a spell, and then you look at Buck, and he's like, he's sleeping, so you like wake him up,
Mm-hmm.
and what do you say?
I say, I kind of like whispering to him, like, Buck, are you doing okay?
Yes, Buck's doing fine.
And then I say, hey, Buck, do you see that little light over there?
Yep.
What do you think about the light that's right there?
It's a pretty light.
Yes.
I suppose it is.
Yeah, and so that's odd, right? Because this is an undead creature. Normally, animals are freaked out by undead. For some reason, it's not. Buck's pretty chill with it.
Buck's pretty chill. Okay, so that must give me some kind of would I know that?
Mhm.
Okay, so that makes me feel a little bit more relaxed around the wisp.
Yeah, because
knowing
Buck has
that
been tense anytime. I think like he's woken up in the middle of the encounters, like with the undead, and like clung to your neck, right, and like been like but yeah, he seems pretty chill. He just goes like right back to sleep. So
Okay, cool.
okay, cool. So something I've just been forgetting to do. Everybody mark off 3 rations because we haven't marked those in a while. And that's how many times you should have marked it. I checked.
Yeah, because we've had 3 sessions.
Mm-hmm.
We started with
3 long rests.
So let's see. So
we
I
had
would
9,
have
so I
9.
have 6 rations.
Yeah, I have 9 rations now because I had some extra ones from my explorer's pack.
Yeah, and I was about to say, if it ever is looking bad, it's not going to be the worst thing ever because I can prep for the next day, purify food and drink.
Yeah, well, and plus with my being a ranger, I can find food pretty easily and water. Obviously, I can't find it in this dungeon, in this
Right.
labyrinth.
But once we're in the forest between you and me, we can easily get food.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Cool. I think that's it. I think that's our session, guys. Thanks for going a little bit later.
Yeah, it's
That was fun.
definitely bedtime soon.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'd just like to say I definitely did not plan on the will-o-wisp like following you around and like talking to you. I just kind of like decided that randomly. I knew there was a will-o-wisp, but then I was just like, you know what? This will-o-wisp's gonna follow you around and like, mimic what you say.
And
Just
then we
because.
completely bypassed the one room with the 2 magical things.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I had triggers. Like, if someone like opened the barrier like for the pit, or if someone went into the room with the animated armor, then they would attack you. But yeah, you didn't. So they're just like,
because that would have been stupid.
Yeah, exactly. But that like detect magic definitely helped.
Do
Yeah.
you get experience for avoiding the encounters?
No, you do not.
Aww.
Yeah.
See, that's almost why I want to do the encounters.
Hey,
See, and
now that we're long
that's why
rested
D&D
up, we
is the
can
way
go
it
back
is.
and fight them.
Yeah, that's true. You just want to like. That's the thing, right? Like,
No,
if
we
your idea,
are. They're not moving.
I don't think Raya is necessarily okay with it because like your whole thing was like, there's no reason to like just like destroy the tomb, right? And like if these are like the guardians of the tomb, then I'm just curious as to what Raya's feelings would be about just like ransacking everything in his place.
I'm glad we didn't do it because we'd be dead. We were out of healing spells.
Suit of armor seems threatening because I feel like since it was magical, like that was a very threatening kind of thing.
Especially since we're in like catacombs, where dead people are. Why is their armor just randomly there?
Yeah, and then in the pit with everything, it's like at that point, people had already gone unconscious. We don't need to be opening up more things with undead in them.
Well,
than we need to.
I imagine Ari at this point is feeling pretty highly of herself. Like she's literally gone through this whole tomb, taking no damage, and pretty much killing every she's done quite a bit of damage to all these creatures. So she's probably like, I'm awesome.
Yeah, this is great. We're just like taking everything down and getting a bunch of treasure.
And only Raya saw you almost fall in a hole.
That is true, but I did dodge the hole, and I also saved Toity from falling.
Ari's
Actually,
been a
I
boss
found-
tonight.
Oh, never mind. That's something else. I
I'm just
gotta
saying-
remember my lucky feat because I keep
Yeah,
forgetting lucky.
Would Toity have died if he had fell through that hole?
I
I'd
mean,
have been
he would have
passed out.
taken
Like
I'd have
12?
passed out.
how much damage? Let me check.
It was
on that.
13.
Like
I'd have passed
13.
out.
Oh
That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah. It was
But
2d10.
you had already been damaged at that point.
Mhm.
If you only
Yeah,
have,
he
like,
would have
a
been bleeding to death at the bottom of a 10-foot pit.
Yep.
So
Like I said, I'd been passed out at the bottom of the pit.
you guys
So
would
I'm
have had
glad
to
you
rescue
caught
him
me.
somehow.
Darius has just taken almost. Haven't I taken almost every hit at this
I
point?
think so.
I am literally
Darius.
I am face tanking these things.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, now it's better because you're level 2, so you have more damage that you can take for us.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to literally be eating bullets by the end of this campaign.
Someone has to.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Random other question that I thought of real quick, just that came to mind because of the end scene that we had there with Buck. Ari, what was the first pet that Ari ever had?
The first pet or companion, because she sees them more as like companion.
Right, like first animal, like first companion of the animal variety.
A horse.
A horse.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yes. Riding horses, doing archery.
Yeah.
But her horse,
yeah.
unfortunately, was killed in that fire that we mentioned, and so she's very sad.
Cool. All right, take 50 XP for that.
Oh, sweet.
50.
Yeah, it goes to, it's basically whatever the easy encounter would be for your level.
Okay.
And unfortunately, you were first level when I asked you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Forever behind.
Uh-huh. Yeah. There you go. That's Terra Nullius.
We might actually level up by next.
Yeah. For sure.
Basically, what needs to happen is I need to get into a one-on-one contest where I have to fight something all by myself.
We can throw you in the pit with the undead thing.
Yeah, there you go.
Only if I can, Link style, jump down with the sword and just go straight into it.
I feel like that could be arranged with some rolls.
I forgot about Jack of all trades.
Yeah, I think you guys have mostly been everywhere by now. Yeah, I think there's only 2 rooms really that you haven't explored yet.
Yeah, I've been checking the map when
3
we were
rooms.
checking which direction we were going, and I've kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a little bit to the west of you and a little bit to the east of you. So.
Dang it. I am literally becoming more of a meat shield. I am getting I'm getting a new ability that's called Danger Sense. I get an uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should be.
Mm-hmm.
So I have an advantage.
So
I have
he's going to be in
advantage on-
front now.
Yeah. Against effects that you can see, such as traps and spells.
Would have been helpful when we were opening that tomb.
It's true. Yeah, so I'm super pumped with the way that session went. I love Willow. And I love it when NPCs just kind of happen like that, where it's just randomly you know what? What if this Willow just follows them and starts mimicking everything they say?
I feel kind of bad for the kind of little bit bad for the hag lady because it was oh, we're having interesting conversation.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're just evil and captured. Well, I guess she's gonna die because
That was a little depressing. Ari just stood there pelting her with arrows.
it was. But I was sitting there well, we can't really. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything else to do.
See, you succeeded on all of the saves. She had death glares and paralysis abilities and stuff. And
Was she a siren?
She was a sea hag.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she could have been
Hags
much more
can be
dangerous
very
if
dangerous.
there had been multiple sea hags. If there's 3 of them or something, they form a coven, which is
They get very
they get spell
dangerous.
casting abilities and stuff. Yeah, they're very dangerous. But
In-
just
in
one of
my
them.
other campaign, in my other campaign, we had a thing with 3 hags, and it was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you'll probably never know why that hag was trapped there in
And to be honest, I didn't want to find out.
No, yeah, it's fair. That's the sort of stuff that like make Dungeons and Dragons like super cool though. Like, you know, like just random stuff like that where it's just like we may never know why that happened, but there's weird magical stuff going on.
Like, I totally think it should be a thing where we try to find a body for Willow.
I feel like that would go horribly wrong.
Yeah, I don't think it works that way.
You could have Willow make more of herself if you fought enemies and wanted, like seriously, you could just like make an army of Will-O-Wisps.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, in some video games, Will-O-Wisp actually can take, like in Fable, I think, they can actually take, they can possess a corpse more or less, and they walk around as that in that corpse's body.
Yeah, I definitely like the idea of like throughout this campaign, like throwing stuff like that in where it's like, okay, we know about Will-O-Wisp. Like Raya's like, yeah, I know about Will-O-Wisp, but it turns out being definitely different than Will-O-Wisps are supposed to act, because this is a completely different continent with completely different ways of doing magic and like different religions and all that stuff. And so yeah, there's definitely gonna be some interesting differences with all this stuff that you find. So. Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is going to be hilarious and terrible, right? Because I'm about to, use your words, Jordan. I'm getting reckless attack.
Oh, yes!
Oh, yes.
So, I have advantage on melee weapon attack rolls that I use strength with, but attack rolls against me also have advantage.
Oh, nice.
And you know what I just realized, Caleb?
Yeah.
That I forgot to add my +2 attack bonus to attack rolls with my.
With your bow.
With my
yeah,
bow.
because of your archery weapon style.
I don't think I added that.
Yeah.
I forgot my jack of all trades, so don't feel too
go ahead
bad.
and for sure. Go ahead and in that.
So how do I
field.
add that in?
So if you go to your weapon and like click on the gear option, that like opens up all the different options. It should say like, you know, it just adds to damage, correct?
It says you gain a +2 bonus to attack rolls you make with a ranged weapon attack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so just in the spot there where I'm on your character sheet right now, in the spot there where it says attack dex plus blank plus proficient, just go ahead and put in the 0 2, yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Cool stuff. Oh, you still have those poison arrows.
Yes, poison vial. Yeah, I haven't quite used it yet because I haven't readied an attack. I guess I could have done that with the sea witch or sea hag or whatever. But,
yeah, it's a good thing you didn't use it on any undead because they're all immune to poison. So.
Right.
Because they're dead.
Oh, they're dead. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. All right. I think that's it. I think we're out. Thanks for playing, guys. Let's blast.
Yeah.
Thanks. Fun.
That's good.
Fun pre-game chats too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we need to make that podcast. That needs to be a thing.
That'd be fun. I don't know if I'd have time for that.
Yeah, I know, right? Like,
I started to watch Last Airbender, and